You? Is anybody?
There's Molly, folks. That means your friends, the Goldbergs, are here. Brought to you by Does, the new kind of soap for everything in your wash. First, let's drop in on the Dozen family. Well, there's Dickie Dozen out in the backyard talking to his sister Daisy.
Gee whiz, Daisy, why have I got to apologize to old Miss Hatchet?
Because, Smarty, Ma says you gotta.
Keep still. Old Miss Hatchet didn't even know what Does is.
Oh, she knew Does is a new kind of soap.
Not till I told her. I says does everything in our wash. But she said, what's a little boy like you know about soap?
Is that when you sassed her back?
Heck no. I just told her I'd watched Ma does my overalls and Pa's work shirts and towels and your pink rayon langeray and everything.
Well, Ma wouldn't make you apologize for that, Dickie. Ma says Does gets Pa's work shirts clean easy, without any hard scrubbing or fussing with the bar soap. Why, Does gets dirt out all by itself. But you must have said something bad.
I told Miss Hatchet it's no fun smudging up the towels now, 'cause Does gets 'em so doggone white.
That's right. Ma says no soap gets her towels and sheets more dazzling white. But come on now, why's Ma making you apologize?
I tell you, I don't know. It couldn't be what I said about Does being so swell for colors. I only said Ma's rayon dresses she washes stay pretty longer with Does. Yet it's a regular Tarzan for the tough dirt. Well, that's all I said, honest.
Cross your heart?
Well, I did say, if you weren't such an old dope, Miss Hatchet, you'd see Does everything.
Uh-oh. Well, I guess Miss Hatchet'll get that apology. But cross my heart, all I want to say is compared to other leading granulated wash day soaps, Does gives longer life to colors, plus unsurpassed whiteness and real cleaning power for the grimiest clothes. Try Does, D-U-Z. It does everything in the wash. And now the Goldbergs. Well, the whole key to Molly's attitude toward her daughter-in-law has changed. And yet there wasn't one particular thing that did it. Up to now, it has been Rosie's suspicions of Grace's honesty and motives which prevented Grace and a neighbor, George, from making off with Rosie's college money. Just what is wrong with Sammy's wife, what makes her act this way against her own husband's family, they don't know. But now that Molly is aware of a mystery, it will be solved if we know Molly. Listen.
Well, Molly, I'm waiting.
Yes, darling.
Why did you call me home? Why was it such an emergency?
I'll go home if you don't want me to hear. Family problems are personal. I better go home.
It's all right, Seymour. Jake, David, come inside. Stay with Seymour, Rosalie, please.
Yes, Ma.
I thought the house burned down.
All right, Jake, dear. The house didn't burn down. So I'll tell you. Wait, I'll tell you.
Gee, I hope it's nothing serious, Rosie.
It is, Seymour, very serious.
Did you get bad news about Sammy?
No.
He's all right?
As far as we know, he is.
Well, if he's all right, if your brother Sammy's all right, then nothing really matters, Rosie. That's what my mother always says. If my children are well, then...
When Dad comes, let me know immediately.
I'll let you know, Pa.
About your sister-in-law?
Seymour, don't ask me any questions, please.
Well, I'm only asking because I like to help if I could.
Nobody can help.
Does something go wrong with her personally? She looked all right to me when I saw her talking to George right near the post office. Is she going someplace to see a specialist? Is that why she was looking at a timetable? My mother could recommend a wonderful specialist. When I was born, my mother was more in the other world than this. They say every time a child is born, the mother passes through the valley of the shadow.
Seymour, you saw Grace and George looking at a timetable?
Yes, Mr. Goldberg, I did. My mother could recommend a good specialist.
Thank you.
Don't worry, Rosie. Have faith. If she was very sick, she couldn't be on her feet. Does Sammy know he's going to be a father?
I went to the Red Cross and asked them to let him know.
Oh, they will. I don't know what we'd do without the Red Cross. What would the world be without women? They're the poetry of life, Rosie. Rosie, I saw you the other night at the movies with George. I'm not saying this because I love you.
Seymour.
I know nothing will ever come of my love for you. But you can't stop me from trying to help you. Rosie, Mikey Bloom, all right, I could see him. All right. You could prefer Mikey to me, but George...
All right, Jake. Now you know. Rosalie, Rosalie, take up a little water for Uncle David. He don't feel so.
Is there something I can do?
I'm still not satisfied.
All right, Jake.
Cut my head off and I'm not satisfied.
I don't blame you, Mr. Goldberg. Dr. Cater is a good doctor, but a
Jake,
specialist?
please. We'll hear from Sammy and then we'll
Well,
see.
it may be too late. My mother could give you the name of a wonderful specialist.
Seymour, please.
Seymour, please.
I'm only saying that Rosalie's
The
money...
best doctor doesn't always cost the most money.
Molly, come. Come inside. Please, come.
Seymour, so when will we see you again?
Every day, if you want me to.
Molly, there's only one thing we have to do.
Yes.
We have to get Grace's sister's address.
Yes, that we must do. I know that.
Well, I wouldn't upset the Grace's whole family if I were
Molly,
you.
please.
Seymour, tell Bertie to come also sometime.
I
yes?
will, Mrs. Goldberg.
Did you have a hat, Seymour?
No, I never wear a hat.
Uncle David said that he'd have some poached eggs for lunch, that's all.
If he can eat, I'm sicker than he is.
After all, a baby will be your grandchild,
Molly,
not only...
Molly, I'm inside if you want me.
Seymour, Bertie is not expecting you for lunch, Seymour?
Well, she is, but if I don't get there, it's all right, too.
Seymour, will you just close the window in the kitchen, please?
Oh, surely, of course.
Please.
But if you want a specialist, I could call my mother and...
Rosalie, why is Seymour saying specialist?
He thinks that Grace was looking at a timetable because she was going away, and that we're upset because she has to see a specialist.
How did he come to...
I don't know. Maybe he sees that we're all upset,
All
so...
right, not one word further to him.
Of course not. What did Papa say, Ma? What does he think?
The check was not cashed. That's most important.
If there's anything I can do, anything at all, Mrs. Goldberg.
Seymour, thank you very much for coming, and come again soon.
Thank you. I always feel welcome.
Call me when Grace comes in, Rosalie.
Yes, Ma.
Silence is golden.
Yes, Ma.
Very golden.
I never saw your mother look so bad, Rosie.
Well,
She's wonderful. She worries about Grace just like she does about her own daughter. Usually, a mother-in-law likes a son-in-law, but psychologically, daughter-in-laws are mother-in-laws. Of course, unless... But your mother's very fond of Grace, isn't she?
yes, of course.
You see, now my mother would want to know a little more about a girl before she'd give her consent to my marriage. She loves you, Rosie.
Well, no, Ma.
Gee, she's worried. If I reverse the charges... Mrs. Goldberg, if I reverse the charges, can I call my mother?
Seymour, please.
I'll reverse the charges. My sister-in-law had twins, Rosie, and if she didn't go to this specialist... Hello? Hello, operator. Tremont 6604 in New York, please. Yes, reverse the charges. Seymour Fingerhood calling, yes.
Seymour.
I want my mother to speak to your mother.
But, Seymour, it's not
Stitching
necessary.
time saves... Oh, hello? Hello, Mrs. Ellenbogen? Will you please ring my mother's bell and tell her Seymour's calling long distance? Yeah, my mother'll pay for it, yeah.
I'll bring it up, Jake. I'll bring it up. I'll look for it. Who are you calling, Seymour?
My mother, and I want you to talk to her.
For what?
Hello, Ma? Yeah, Seymour. Yeah, why am I sick? I'm not sick. How are you? I'm fine, honest, Ma. I'm fine. Can you hear me? Yeah, well, look, Ma. Mrs. Goldberg's daughter-in-law is not, well, it's natural. Natural. Yeah, now, who is the specialist? Now, who is the specialist? Like Cora, you know. You know, when Cora was, yeah, who was the specialist? Yeah. Oh, well, just a minute. Here, Mrs. Goldberg, my mother wants to talk to you. I can't answer all her questions.
Hello? Hello, Mrs. Fingerhood? Yes. Well, she is. Well, exactly, I don't know. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. But, yes. But, oh, Doctor who?
Dr. Constantine Cohn.
Constance. Oh, yes. All right. Thank you.
Tell her I won't say any more
Yes.
because it's long distance.
Yes. Grace? All right, Mr. Fingerhood, I have to hang you now. Goodbye. Grace?
Well, that certainly was a fool's errand.
Grace, this is our friend Seymour Fingerhood.
Hello.
My pleasure to meet you. Sammy and I were good friends. If there's anything I can do for you, don't hesitate. Now, my mother knows...
Seymour.
Oh, excuse me. Won't you sit down?
Sit down, Grace. Jake?
Jake, did you ask Grace for her sister's address?
Will you have lunch now, Jake? Seymour, you'll be going home for lunch?
Well, I'll be very glad to join you, thank
Molly.
you.
Excuse us, please, Jake. Rosie, a minute, please. Excuse me, Grace. Minute. Excuse me, Jake.
What's up? What's wrong? Did you hear them say anything?
Well, they're worried about you.
Me? Why?
Well, they think there's something wrong with you.
Why?
Well, that's why they want to get in touch with your sister.
My sister?
Yeah, they're going to get in touch with her because of you.
Well, what do they think is wrong with me?
Maybe I shouldn't have said anything.
Yes. Why not?
Well, I saw you with George looking at timetables.
What?
If it's a specialist you're going to see, now my mother can recommend if it... Gee, you do look sick. Can I get you something? Mrs. Goldberg! Mrs. Goldberg!
The room whirls about Grace at this new blow to her plans. With her guard down, is there a chance for Molly to plunge through to the heart of the mystery at once? You know, I heard someone say that being in love was like starting life all over. Well, love has certainly changed Daisy Dozen's young friend Donald. He said,
Gosh, here I am dozen dishes for Daisy every day and liking it. I don't know if it's love or does.
well, does makes a difference, all right. You see, besides doing everything in the wash, this new kind of soap has everything for dishes, too. Does makes suds that stand up till the last dish is done. Cuts grease like 60, yet it's kinder to hands, kinder than any other leading granulated wash day soap. Why, Does cuts even tough grease in less than half a minute without hard scouring. And those Does suds really stand up till every pan is finished. You don't have to keep adding soap. Better get Does, ladies. It has everything for dishes. Now, friends, you know Does, like all soaps, contains war materials our country needs. So don't waste Does. Always soak pots and pans first in plain water. See to it every bit of Does you use does more. Be sure to listen to the next episode of The Goldbergs. Grace tries for a way out, while Molly tries for a way in. This is Clayton Collier speaking for Procter & Gamble and saying, do as the Dozens do. Let Does, the new kind of soap, do everything in your wash.